welcome back to Science with Sarah, episode 3. Okay, so today we're going to be making a hybrid jet engine. I got this idea off of YouTube because you can find everything on YouTube. It was taken from Nighthawk in Light. He has a lot of cool videos if you want to check it out. Okay, so we're going to be making our hybrid jet engine from hydrogen peroxide, our good pal yeast that we've used in all 3 videos, and noodles. Yay! Because I love noodles. So, what we need to do first, what you need to do first, because I'm an adult, is you need to get parental permission if you want to try this at home. That's key. And then you're going to want to make sure that your working area is clear, except of your utensils. Sleeves up to the elbows, eye protection, and make sure your hair's back. Okay, let's get started. So I have already poked a hole in the lid of my mason jar. This is so our reaction, the air that we create, which will be pure oxygen, will be able to go through this hole. And then key step, when you put the lid back on, do not screw your lid. You want to just set it lightly on top because you do not want glass exploding everywhere. That'd be really bad. So, we poked a hole. Now we're going to fill the mason jar 3/4 of the way up with our hydrogen peroxide. And I feel like I'm going to use the rest of this container. Okay, that's as much as we're getting. Good enough. Then we're going to fill the mason jar. That's my assistant, Oreo. She's my cat. So step 4 is to add a 4th teaspoon of dry yeast to the mason jar. This roughly measures about 1/4 an ounce of package. Now, if you read the back of your package, it says on the top, right here, that a package of fat rice yeast is 1/4 of an ounce. So I will be using the whole package. Now, before I add the yeast, I want to make sure that I read the rest of the instructions because this will go fast. So, I will add the yeast, mix it up, then I will place the lid on top. Do not screw the lid. That would be bad. This prevents the container from overpressurizing and exploding, which would be bad. Then I will place 1 ziti noodle on top of my hole. That looks like a good noodle. And then after I place my ziti noodle on top of the hole that I've created, right here, I will take my lighter, ignite the end of the pasta. The oxygen flowing through the ziti noodle acts as the gaseous oxidizer, and the pasta noodle acts as a solid fuel source. Although this jet engine does not have the capacity to take off, the basic design of this experiment demonstrates the basic concepts of a hybrid jet engine, which is a mix of a gas oxidizer and a solid fuel source. So, here we go. I'm going to add my yeast. See how it is bubbling? It is creating the oxygen that will be our gas fuel source. Whoa. Now I'm going to put my lid on gently. I'm going to try and find my hole, if that's even possible right now. Ooh. Maybe I should let it bubble for a second. This is pretty cool. It smells really bad. Okay, so I put my noodle on top. If it'll stand. This is embarrassing. Aha!
There it goes. It was.
So there you go. It kind of worked. there's our jet engine. As you can see, the noodle is barely burning. It's just burnt where I burnt it. The oxygen that we created using yeast and hydrogen peroxide is flowing through the top of the noodle, causing our noodle to burn. And our solid fuel source is the noodle that, if you look closely, is burning down. And now, since our oxygen has run out, maybe the noodle will continue to burn. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in next week for your next bonus point. But, like I always say, should I blow this out?
Yes.
That's a dead noodle. That's a lot of smoke. Don't do this near a smoke alarm. That'd be a bad idea. Whoa! That is stinky. Whoa! We used up a lot of our stuff, and our jar is very hot. So don't touch the jar afterwards, like I just did. So, anyways, if my screen will work, which it's not. There we go. So, your fun fact that you can email in to your teacher to get your bonus point this week is there are 3 primary types of rocket engines. There is a solid, which in our case was our noodle, which is now dead noodle. A liquid, which was our hydrogen peroxide with the yeast, which made a gaseous combo. And then the hybrid is a combo of our solid and then liquidish gas oxidizer. So the combustion reaction that we just had was a fuel source plus an oxidizer created carbon dioxide, water, and heat. And so yeah, email that into your teacher, get your bonus point, and tune in next week for our next explosion.